Hey everybody, this is Carolina Teague with Libra On It. We have a very, very special episode. Sleepless in San Antonio is coming to Mission Pro Wrestling. That's our theme, Sleepless in San Antonio. Valentine's Day is coming around the corner, February 14th. And on February 10th, Saturday, is Mission Pro Wrestling's big event. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. And I, of course, I'm here joined by my friend, Brad Mayhart from the Salvation Army. And I have Miss Thunderrosa.
Hello, hello.
You've made your incredible comeback recently.
Yes.
To AEW.
December 23rd.
Yes. Yeah, the exact date.
The exact
at
date.
8 o'clock p.m.
Yeah, it was like, what is it? Segment 7 of the show.
Block 8.
It was more like 9:15 when she rolled out, or I don't know, whatever.
Of course.
So you came out in a lowrider,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't see because I was actually at the event.
Yes.
Because I saw you guys. We were giving out cookies, which is another reason to support Mission Pro. We actually give back to the community, and Brad had invited me to give out cookies and milk at the Salvation Army.
Yeah.
Thunder, you were there.
Yeah.
And you were the star of the show. Everybody's like, I want to talk to that girl. She looks like a wrestler. And I'm like, she actually is a wrestler.
Yeah.
So all the people at the Salvation Army were hooked up with tickets for the AEW event, which I thought was incredible. And none of that would have been possible without Mission Pro, AEW, Brad at the Salvation Army, giving back to the community. I thought that was incredible. So I showed up to the AEW event with all the people who were at the Salvation Army.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was there. I saw all my people there who are at the Salvation Army at the shelters and stuff. They're incredible people. We had a great time, and I was talking to them. But there was a big tent in front of us that I couldn't see what kind of lowrider it was. It turns out it was the Selena lowrider.
Yes.
So how did that even come about?
Well, Nino Brown hooked me up. That's my homeboy right there. By the way, I'm just going to put it out there. If you're looking for a new ring announcer, Nino is more than willing to put all his experience there. He wants to get involved in professional wrestling. So I'm looking tirelessly to help him to get to achieve one of his dreams, So Nino contacted me, and by chance, he was like, hey, so I know the guy that owns the Selena lowrider. And I'm like, shut up. And he's like, yeah, let me ask him. Let me see if he's available. It wasn't available. And then 2 weeks later, he's like, by the way, they fixed it and it's available for the date. So he totally, him and his friend hooked me up there on my YouTube channel on the December vlog. And this is not his first time doing a wrestling show. So it's just, I think, the second time. He did it in the other company back when they were the F, right? And but it was very special because as a woman, like, you don't see a lot of the women rolling on a lowrider, and I think as a Latina and as a Chicana, as a Mexican American, like, that's something that is really important for me to represent women and represent the culture.
You represented our culture so well because I'm also Mexican American, and when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, she's in a lowrider. So I already knew because my tios would take me to lowrider shows back in the day, and then it was Selena, so it was extra special because we all love Selena, and I felt like that was the perfect entrance for your comeback in San Antonio, and it was so puro that I was like, this is the perfect way. I don't even know how you conjured up that entrance, but it was perfect. And I'm sure it was a big moment for you because you were out for a long time at AEW. Now you're back. You had your first singles match recently. How does it feel to be back in the ring anyways?
It feels good. It feels good that I still got it, right? There's still some things that I need to sharpen on, of course. As an athlete, I think I have to I have another view of things and view of the work that I do. And it is very important that people understand that I'm 38 years old, that I came from a back injury, that I still have that injury, that it hasn't gone away, and how is that I'm going to be able to reach the top like where I used to be. So I'm working really, really hard on absolutely everything from my hair to my toes.
And your hair looks really good too, by the way. I love
Luscious.
the blonde. Yeah, it looks so good. Brad, you have great hair too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's been a lot
There's
of
one
time.
right. You got one hair right there.
I actually have some wigs that I think will look great on you.
I did the Jeremy Sohan thing with the colors.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Now I was gonna say in regards to, you're back in the ring, but I think a lot of people are so enamored by what you do at the AEW, but they don't know that you also have a promotion here in San Antonio that you're also a part of.
Yes, that is Mission Pro Wrestling. We've been running since 2019. We had the opportunity to come here and promote one of the shows. But I think that in 2024, it's a very important work of mine to really push and promote it the way that I used to, because it is important for people to understand that a lot of the future stars have come, perform, and in some of the instances have opportunities to go and do big things on TV. One of the people that we are super proud of is Maddie Rankowski, that they changed her name now
to Ren Sinclair.
Ren Sinclair, and we are super proud of her. I love to see her shine, and I love to see that they are seeing what we've seen for a long, long time. We were kind of pissed that she didn't get signed before that, but it's
COVID and stuff.
Well, it's God's time sometimes. You just gotta wait for that moment, and that happened to her. I mean, there was other talent that are at the NXT, and they came to our doors on our first show, on our second show, and one of them was going to be our champion, but she got signed first. So it's really beautiful to see them on the big stages, and the same when they come to AEW where I work. And I just look at all the pictures from moments where I have with a lot of the girls that used to work at Mission Pro. Then they went to AEW, and some of them got signed in other places. So it's beautiful to see that they are being seen, and they're being the work that we do, that is being taken in consideration when they make their decisions.
Oh, and you're right. A lot of talent that has come to WWE, NXT, and AEW go right through the Mission Pro doors. And it really bothers me that the people here locally, they don't see that. And the reason why I say that is because I posted a picture with Roxanne Perez from the WWE NXT. She used to be here at a promotion here in San Antonio all the time. And for people to not, people were commenting when I posted a picture of her, like, she's awesome, I'm a huge fan. Well, if you would have went to the local independent shows, you would have seen her before she got snatched up by the WWE.
Yeah.
Same with you. Same with Ren Sinclair, aka Maddie Rankowski. People are excited for Maddie to be at the WWE, but she was here at Mission Pro for the longest time. So it's like you have your opportunity to meet these stars before they hit the big stage. And it's just an incredible treat. A lot of men have reached out to me and they said they want to see women's wrestling. I'm like, do you guys even know that there's an all women's wrestling that I'm a general manager for, and it's Mission Pro? It's all women. And what do you think the benefits are of attending an all women dominated wrestling company that's owned by a woman?
I think it's just the fact that they're people still don't see us as the athletes that we are. Honestly, I feel that it's always different when they see the guys doing certain things, but when they see us, they're like, yeah, that's kind of cool, it's sparkling. But I think if they understand the troubles and tribulations that all of these women go through, they will have more respect. And I think we have gained a lot of respect from a lot of people, but I think there is a lot more work to be done in terms of promoting Mission Pro Wrestling and making people understand that this is a very important platform, not only for the women that come in, but some of the men that also have come in through these doors and enhance and help some of these women to be better athletes at the end of the day.
Yeah. And I do think you're right. It has a lot to do with men still don't see women as like top tier talent. Like right now, I was just watching the WWE Royal Rumble, and the women's was behind the men's Royal Rumble. And I was like, dare I say the women's was way better. Women wrestling is incredible. And if you guys have a crush on a woman wrestler, you might fall in love with them at Sleepless in San Antonio on February 10th. So come and bring your roses, buy some tickets, do what you got to do, because they accept gifts.
We do accept gifts.
And these women are right here, and they might fall in love. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know if they're taken or not, but I mean,
as long as it's respectful, I don't have. There's no problem with you falling in love with anybody you want to fall in love, as long as it's respectful and you're not sliding on the DM saying some like, "Oh, you are beautiful, but let me tell you, you this." It's like, okay, thanks. No, it is important that if you are in the area, especially if you're in the area in San Antonio, it's not only your you are definitely helping these women to become better wrestlers, and they have another space for them to showcase their skills, but you also assisting the Salvation Army. The more tickets that we sell, the more money we give to the Salvation Army. We are helping. It's like we're helping two groups of people that have been disenfranchised, right? It's a lot of our like low-income community in San Antonio, and also a lot of our female wrestlers, who most of the females that we have here and we have had in or at our doors have been women of color. And those are like the groups that have struggled the most in professional wrestling and in athletics just in general.
And they're even besides that, not even are they like not disenfranchised. It's going to be an incredible show anyways. You have somebody like who's huge in the wrestling community as far as their name is concerned. You have people like Tiffany Nieves. You have people who have recently won the Mission Pro Awards for being the best rookie of the year, like Maya World.
Yes.
You have people who come all the way down from DFW. You have somebody like Izzy Moreno who's making a huge splash, and she started right here in San Antonio. At Mission Pro, and there's these incredible matches coming up. The tag team championship has been relinquished because Ren Sinclair, aka Maddie Rankowski, went to the WWE, and now there's these two incredible women, Jasmine Allure and Maya World. They have an opportunity to get this tag team championship. And me as the GM, it was really crazy the last show because those girls were coming at me. Because I told them to save the wrestling for the next match. They didn't. I didn't want them to fight before the tag team championship because they were gonna kill each other in the ring. Because it was so intense, kind of like when you watch like the NFL championship. You see Zay Flowers have a unnecessary penalty. It was the same thing. You don't want unnecessary penalties. This is a big moment for them, and they get to pick their own partners. And I think that whoever they choose as their partner is going to be very crucial to whether they're successful or whether they're not. That's a very important pick. And I think that is something that hasn't been spoken about yet for the upcoming Mission Pro event. Whoever Maya World picks and whoever Jasmine Allure picks, that's going to determine who's going to end up on top. So that's a very important decision. And it's a surprise. Even I don't know who they're going to pick. So what are you expecting them to pick? I mean, do you have any predictions?
Well, first of all, I expect that this is going to be the main event, since it's going to be on it. We're going to crown a new tag team champions. Jasmine, that's going to be hard because she has so many allies in territories and outside of the territories because she's been working all over the country. But what I heard is going to be an explosive partner. And Maya, she's definitely going to... It's going to be hard for her because she has to pick somebody that has a little bit more years or months on their belt. But if not, she's going to pick a friend. And that might be a mistake. Sometimes when you pick friends, it's not the best choice. But if whatever she does, I think this match is going to be very entertaining. And we are going to see some surprises. Definitely.
Okay. So
I'm not going to tell you who it is yet.
Wow. So
yes.
What are you expecting, Brad, with this?
I'm expecting a good time. It's just like you were saying earlier. You're getting to see people who have or they're on their way to these national stages, and you don't want to be looking at your old pictures or you're in the store and you see someone's action figure and you're like, man, I could have gone to Mission Pro 2 years ago and I could have seen that person up close. I could have met them and talked to them at the show, because you do get that access from a fan standpoint. But I'm excited. I see a lot of talent on this card. I mean, Tiffany Nieves, she's one that's been getting a lot of national buzz surrounding her. She's our champion right now. And then you have Jasmine. She's been putting in some good work for the last few years, and it's just a matter of time before she gets one of those major phone calls. Emmy Camacho, she's starting to get calls from AEW to appear on some of their ROH shows and do some work there. So it's been nice to see her rise so quickly. And then, of course, Izzy, we've spoken about her. And then even Caliente, seeing her, she's brand new, but she's already making a splash. I mean, she's, causing a stir with the other women, and she's really, I mean, it's exciting to see these people, and I'm excited on behalf of Salvation Army to be a part of this, because we've been doing this now for a few years, and you know, you've seen those people come and go, but we appreciate the work that we have with Mission Pro, because we help this community right here in San Antonio. We don't send the money off to some other city or some other state. And these women, many of them fly in from other parts of the country, and some of them have even flown in from other parts of the world to come to these shows. I mean, you're getting to see some top tier talent, to borrow Jasmine's nickname, top tier. But the whole show, these are all top tier women, and just to see the women's wrestling starting to get there, slowly getting, there's progress still to be made, but you're starting to see some in recent years more and more recognition. You know, even some of the legends of yesteryear, like Ted DiBiase. I read an article just the other day, and he was really talking about women's wrestling, how women's wrestling, in his opinion, and in mine too, I think a lot of us feel the same way. A lot of the women are putting on equal or better shows than the men. And as a fan, a lifelong fan, I remember women's wrestling wasn't that common. You know, you would, every once in a while, there'd be a women's match. It'd be like Wendy Richter and Fabulous Moolah or someone. And it's like, oh, wow, there's a women's match this week. And it was like once in a blue moon. And it was a big deal. And now you get a chance to see a whole card filled with, you know, women's talent. And, you know, it's great to see. And I encourage everyone to get a ticket to this show, because San Antonio is a walk-up city. A lot of people do wait to the last minute to get their tickets. And you want to get your tickets now, because we don't want to have to turn anyone away at the door.
Exactly. And as the general manager of Mission Pro, I'm very proud to be a part of Mission Pro, because our vision, and I'm always going to say this every time we talk about it, our vision is to uplift and empower women. And the talent that you all just mentioned are going places. They're rising stars. And like I said, I can't wait for the main event personally, just to see the intensity between Maya World and Jasmine Allure, the strategic analysis that you just gave, Thunder, on who their tag team partners are going to be. Could Maya World make a rookie mistake and go with a friend? Or is she going to be strategic and smart about it and pick somebody who's going to put her in a better position? I would hope she hears this podcast and makes a smart decision. Jasmine Allure, she's got a lot of matches under her belt. She might make the smarter choice. That choice, which is a surprise to all of us, is going to determine who is going to be the tag team champion. And that is a very coveted belt to have. So should I remind you all, the last person who had the belt went to the damn WWE. So I think this is important to want to have. This is a show that you want to see, because the person who might win might be the next person there. Those are big shoes to fill. Yes. That is why this is a very important show.
And even going further back, the previous tag team champions before Ren Sinclair and before Rache, you had the Renegades. They have gone on to do NWA, AEW work.
My goodness.
They are signed for AEW, for ROH. Yeah. So it's like when we tell you that this platform is so important, it's just not to boost my ego or to boost the ego of everybody that has work at. We have worked tirelessly to make this place a safe environment, and where we try to engage and teach some skills that otherwise people wouldn't do it because of the fear of X, Y, and Z. We teach them to be, like you said, empowered by teaching them how to speak, being communicative and being effective, right? Without being having fear that something can happen. And if it does, how can they handle that? I think having a safe space, that's what I mean, having a safe space. You know, there's been so many transgressions done to women and athletes, especially in professional wrestling, as you probably heard, you know, and it is important that the new generation of women that are coming through our doors understand the importance of effective communication, that understand that, what their word is in the ring and outside of the ring, and how can they better communicate when they go to bigger places, how to behave when they go to bigger arenas, and how to read the room, right? I think those are the skills that when back when I started, it was like 11 years ago. Nobody taught me that, right? Things work very, very different. And I think it's very important. There's not that many promotions that are run predominantly by women or run with men that believe in what we believe, which is having an equal opportunity to athletes and an equal way to learn how to do things. That's why we continue to have certain guys here at Mission Pro Wrestling. One of them is JP Harlow. He's been with us since pretty much we started, and he's been the exhibition match, as he deserves to be the exhibition match, because he's one of the very few guys that have been there from the get-go.
Now let me ask you this,
yes,
because this is what I struggle with. Because like I said, the vision of Mission Pro is to uplift and empower women, and you spoke about equal opportunity. JP has been a thorn in my side in regards to equal opportunity. How do I uplift and empower women if we allow men to permeate the promotion that is Mission Pro Wrestling?
Well, he's the only one in this show for the next show. Like, we don't have any other men. I think we have had other men that have come and help us, spread the word of Mission Pro Wrestling, because you need other men, you need other allies to help you spread the word and spread the gospel, right? But JP, he always has like an attitude, and he has had an attitude. He had a friend with him prior to this. His friend is gone, so he's alone now. So he's trying to make as much noise as possible, because that's how he is, and that's his MIO. But I feel like in this match, he is gonna have other 4 women that are just as hungry as he is to get that cup, because that cup can be an opportunity for you to cash it for the championship, and Tiffany has a big target on her back. And like the more that I see her coming through our doors, I see her getting better and better and better for all the work that she's done here and outside of Mission Pro Wrestling. She is a very proud champion. She is someone who has promoted Mission Pro Wrestling with a lot of pride, and also as a heel that she is, saying that nobody's going to take advantage of her. So she has been pivotal this year for the promotion of the title, of the main title. And I don't know, again, it's not going to be easy for JP to win this match if he thinks he's going to win this match, but we will see. I think, again, you should get tickets at missionprowrestling.com. And also, if you feel inclined to sponsor any of the matches or any of the wrestlers, you should definitely do it. We're going to do a how to sponsor a wrestler pretty soon, a tutoring material on a reel on our social media, so you know where to send the money and how to do it. I think that's important too. Yeah. And again, it is important that we continue to have this platform, not only for you, Caroline, to develop your skills as a general manager, but also all these women too that have a dream to go to a bigger show, but they need those skills, and the skills start, in the independent scene before they actually have a tryout. Or as you know, a lot of the tryouts now, they are from athletes that come straight from college. So people that decide to become professional wrestlers are struggling a little bit more in order to make noise, and in order to show that they can be coachable, that they can be marketable, and also that they can be part of any big promotion.
Mission Pro, a fantastic promotion with a fantastic vision for women all across the nation, and right here in San Antonio, some of the best talent. Get your tickets at missionprowrestling.com. Sleepless in San Antonio, our Valentine's themed show. Bring your flowers for your favorite wrestler. Come get your tickets as soon as possible. We'll see you guys at the show February 10th. missionprowrestling.com. Brad, thanks so much for being here. Thunderrosa, thank you so much for being here, and congratulations on your big comeback.
Thank you, and don't forget missionprowrestling.com. Check us out. We have so many articles about the promotion. We've been doing a lot of, we call it God's work, out in the streets of San Antonio. And again, it's all for a good cause. We're trying to help our community in the south side of San Antonio. And as you know, San Antonio has suffered from so many different things, from educational stuff to you name it, in the last couple of years. So this is the little that we can do, and you can do too, to support the community.
And February 10th, it's close to Valentine's Day. If you're not sure what to get your loved one, tickets to Mission Pro.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Date night. You know, the restaurants are too crowded. Come to Mission Pro Wrestling.
That's a great date night too, by the way.
It is.
Very good. So we'll see you guys there February 10th. MissionProWrestling.com. Get your tickets. Sleepless in Seattle, February 10th. See you guys later.
San Antonio.
San Antonio.